What is up, my beautiful people? Welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, Lukey. I'm joined by Techno and Animal. Say hi.
Hello.
Hi.
We're also joined by guest RJ. Say hi, RJ.
What's up?
Yo.
That
All
was
right.
very exciting.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
very
the
excited.
energy is unparalleled.
man's out here carrying the podcast.
God.
Honestly. Anyways, so how's it been, guys?
Good.
I haven't
At
slept
least so far.
for like a year.
I don't know, I'm too tired. My morning was really productive, so
My
I'm
morning was
having a
pretty
good day so
productive
far.
too. My
Why?
God.
I've been.
My morning was not productive. Like that's
You guys had a morning?
Uh,
Oh yeah, that's right. You just time skip into the afternoon, my
yeah, you're
bad.
just in.
I
No,
woke
he's
up
just
30
constant
minutes
nighttime.
ago. Oh dear God. Yeah, so you time skip into the afternoon.
Yeah.
I don't have mornings these days. He physically cannot be a morning person. Yeah, I miss school so much. Oh my God, that's true. You call off like every other day. It actually
Yeah.
is every other day. I haven't gone a full 5 days of school in 2 years.
Bruh.
That's horrible. Oh
Well,
God. You know,
I would.
I used to kind of be like that, but now it's just like I need to have almost perfect attendance, so now I can't do that nearly as much anymore. Yeah, that sounds irritating.
See,
Oh,
the
it
thing
is.
is because my parents don't like it when I don't go to school. So I just skip classes. Really,
That's true.
I hate school. I hate school so much.
I think that's true for like 90% of people who aren't, especially people who aren't extroverts.
Yeah, I'm so fucking. I'm such an introvert. Oh my fuck! I can't. I literally
hate
can't.
social situations.
hmm
Bro.
I fucking. I fucking hate
Imagine having
talking.
conversations.
Bro.
Oh, that's funny.
Ah, God.
I just physically cringe.
That's
Why Lukey like calls me every other day after
Yeah,
school.
Bruh.
yeah, because it's like I don't want to fucking like I have no one to talk to, right? Like it's like I'm just there, like just in like a solo fucking seat, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm calling Animal then. Fuck it.
Yeah, you need attention constantly.
I do need attention constantly.
Oh, God. That's good.
God.
Yeah, that's funny though.
All right.
Get on to
Lukey,
it.
I expected you to make some sort of topics. I have one, but I don't know if anyone
I
wants to
mean,
talk about
I
it too
was,
much.
I was, I
But...
was, I was gonna get into it. Unless you want to get into your topic, then we can.
No. By all means, take it over.
No. Because if you have one, then because I have multiple. That's why.
No,
I'm like,
mine's bad. That's why I was saying it's like a last
oh.
resort. Go for yours. Go for yours.
Alright.
Resort.
All right, RJ. We all know you were a Star Wars, Marvel, and
Oh
DC
God,
fan. So
where's this going?
I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea. This is
Oh,
kind of
shit.
made up.
You wanna talk about that?
Yeah, you want to talk about
Sure,
wanna talk
man.
about
I mean, my general love of Star Wars,
no,
DC, and
my
Marvel.
waffle.
Is that up
Wait,
this?
stop. Wait, hold up. My waffle.
Man's lost
God
the
damn it.
waffle.
I lost my. I was eating my waffle. No.
Lost his waffle. Sheesh.
All right. Anyways, yeah, no. So, you're a big fan of Marvel, DC, Star Wars. What? All right. What made you be a fan of all three?
Complete boredom.
That
I was just So
you're
one day I stopped doing kid things and started reading comic books, and
She started growing up.
it
It
got weird. It got really weird.
I don't know if a lot of people would count reading comic books as growing up, but
I mean, I was reading, so
yeah,
at that age it was kind of
reading
growing
a
up.
picture book is still reading.
Exactly. It's a book.
Great.
It's a fucking book.
I know, but
Well, yeah, but that doesn't make you any less like childish, right?
But it's a book. Child need to learn.
They're labeled as kids' books. There's a reason they're labeled like that. You know that, right?
But they're books nonetheless. That's how I got half my knowledge. That's why
You
I'm
hear
dumb as
that,
fuck
Mom? We're
majority
reading
of
a
the time.
billboard.
That
Counts as
explains a
reading novel.
lot, honestly.
Oh
Exactly.
That
yeah,
Thank
explains
you
a
for
lot.
understanding.
that explains a lot about you guys' reading levels and stuff. God. Oh my God. It's funny because now the audience is gonna be able to tell who read a lot as a kid and who didn't.
I think they can already tell just by looking at the personality.
Bruh. Yeah,
Oh
no.
God.
I mean, it wasn't about reading at first as well, looking at cool pictures of Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Reading was
honestly,
One hell of a
secondary.
childhood.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God.
oh, yeah. Yeah,
I'm
no.
kind of glad my sisters got me into reading a lot at a young age because that's helped me a lot later on.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Uh,
I remember I finished like all of the Harry Potter books by the time I was 10 because my sisters like wanted me to read all of them.
I didn't like
So
Harry Potter. Didn't read it.
same.
I never
I
got
could
into
not,
Harry Potter.
I
I
could
thought
it
not
was
about
get
it.
better
it.
when you're a child. It's better when you're a kid. It's way worse when you're an adult. There's so many plot holes. Dear God.
Yeah.
Oh my
I was
God.
a Percy
You guys hear about
Jackson
the?
kid myself.
Did you guys hear about the Harry Potter game that's coming out?
No.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, Harry.
Did that ever come out? I don't remember what happened with that.
there
No,
were
it's still in
several
development.
games. Which one are you talking about?
It's like a new one that's supposed to
The
come
one
out
that
this
got
year.
released, the one that got what was it
Oh.
called? Shown at like E3 or something.
Yeah, that one.
I remember there
Oh,
was
bro.
like several mobile games and like DS games and shit, but I haven't heard
know.
of this one. Would you
It's like
elaborate
a
on that?
proper like
I did not know
the
there
game's
were.
gonna be on like Xbox and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the next gen, or not next gen. It's gonna be
Oh.
old and next, but
Wasn't it supposed to come out last year? I thought that was when the release date was.
I
Eh,
think they announced it
well,
last year. That's all I
honestly, at
remember.
this point, I'm not surprised if a game developer is like, "We're gonna release it this summer," and then it's like released 2 years later.
Or the vice versa. We're at least 2 years. Here it is now because you guys keep sending death threats.
Yeah,
No, it's worse because the death threats get worse because it's a fucking unfinished game. So
Yeah.
They just got more death threats.
yeah, I mean that's exactly what happened with Cyberpunk. It's like they released it
Yeah.
early, and then it was so fucking buggy that like Project CD Red had to apologize for them being rushed, which felt like bullshit. But also they were like kind of like making people crunch, which is not cool. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I
Uh.
don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how we were talking about how before it started we were talking about the homeless people thing, right?
That is true. Yes, we were talking about that.
Okay. So have you guys seen like the anti homeless building like building stuff that's been popping up recently?
what?
Yeah,
Like homeless?
Like
anti-homeless?
the hostile architecture.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah, no.
I've seen so much of
They're
that
like
in Chicago.
they're
Oh.
they're like building like what is it? They're building like spikes so people can't sleep under bridges and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's gross is a trend that I've been seeing where they will make like public benches that are very like hostile architecture and passing it off as art. So it's like a very complex shape that looks cool, but homeless people like can't sleep there or stay around it because like it's just uncomfortable and it's like physically impossible to use. So yeah, and people are passing it off as art. So it's like, oh, look at this cool, like unique shape for this like bench, but it's like, no, the point is that so like homeless people don't sleep on it.
Yeah, it makes me feel very bad.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that sounds
gross.
shitty. I've never seen
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, because you're in
that does sound really good.
Canada.
Yeah, I'm in Canada. I don't know what the word hostile means.
You fucking Canadian.
The only
piece of shit.
hostile thing I know is moose. Meese.
Yeah, and you only see that type of hostile architecture in big cities like Chicago and New York and
Yeah.
and like LA. Where like homeless populations are obviously much higher. And it's kind of gross and sad to see. Did you guys hear about those subway? They're not benches in like New York, where they're basically like planks of wood that like you lean on. They're not even you don't even sit on it. You lean on it.
Oh, I've
It's-
seen
Huh?
that. I've seen that.
Yeah, you've seen that?
No,
It's
I never
like
heard of that.
It's like a curved piece of wood that's up against a wall that you can lean on. Like you can lean your shoulder or like your arm on it. But like you can't sit on it. So it's
Yeah.
like supposed to be comfortable, but it's supposed to be hostile.
The good news for me is I
What
live in
the
a pretty like non-densely popularized area, so I don't deal with any of that. But anytime I see it like on the news or anything, it's making my blood boil because those people, most of the time they can't help it.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you never really know someone's circumstances, so it's
Yeah.
really shitty.
You'd regret it if you were the one in that situation.
Yeah. Oh my god. And it's funny hearing the whole there should be no homeless people in different contexts, because if you hear it from like a very hostile context, it's like there should be no homeless people, as in like get rid of them all. But it's also like in a better context, it's like there shouldn't be homelessness like in general.
Yeah, there should be
So
enough to go around.
Well, the problem is half of them's not like
Yeah.
trying to solve homelessness; they're whining about homelessness.
that's true.
Exactly.
And
People would rather complain than actually do something about it, which
They're
is
just trying to kill
also
homeless
Yeah.
people. They're not trying to fix it.
yeah,
That is yeah. People would complain about anything, bro, and just
Like they
for
talk
them
about
to do it.
homeless people as if they aren't human. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like some
It's-
sort of
it's-
like
they
rodent.
dehumanize
trash,
them.
kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically
Yeah.
like a rodent, and it's so sad.
Yeah. It's upsetting to see. And what's funny is the whole like hostile architecture. I found out. I read a thingy on this about how hostile architecture like works. Is some of it is fucking like the inspiration. Some of it comes from like pigeon spikes. If you know what those are, like the ones that like
yeah.
they put on like signs and stuff so pigeons can't perch there. Some people. That's how some of it like fucking came around. It was like, we're gonna fucking treat them like fucking pests. And I was like, that's so horrible. Like, what?
Yeah.
They put spikes to keep them away. Oh my god. Yeah, no.
It's like it'd be like that, sadly.
It's worse when it's like naive people not noticing that this like hostile architecture that's passing off as art, they don't notice that it's supposed to be hostile, and that they're just looking at like, oh, it's pretty complex art and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
and then
no,
they sit
that
on
is-
it, and it's uncomfortable to even sit on.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
What
Oh god, yeah. Oh.
Yeah,
I don't really like see a lot of that. I've never seen. I mean, granted, I've never been. I mean, I've been outside of my city. Obviously, I've been outside the states and all that. But like, I've never really seen anything like that, so I can't really have too much input on it.
I
Yeah.
live in Canada. I'll probably
I've
never
been
see anything like that.
Like, I've been in LA multiple times, and I've never seen anything like that. So that's cause it's probably the area where I just go.
There might just be like less like homelessness in LA compared to like New York and Chicago.
Yeah.
Because I know there's a huge, especially in Austin actually. But the weird thing about Austin is that because it's such like a left-sided city, they don't really have much hostile architecture like big cities do. So it's like there's a huge homeless population because there's nothing driving them out.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like you see a lot more of it because there's nothing really against them. And there's like plenty of like weird little nooks and crannies that they can just like squat in until like, I don't know.
there's obviously going to be more homelessness in like bigger cities.
Yeah.
Well, obviously.
Yeah, and I don't know. Bigger cities are just worse people.
Yeah. Also, something else I've noticed: one of the other reasons why there's more homelessness in like southern states, like Louisiana and Texas and stuff, is because it's a lot harder to be homeless in a northern state, like a cold one. Because like, if you're gonna be homeless, at least do it somewhere where there's nice weather, you know.
Yeah.
Which is why, like, whenever there are like homeless people up north, the reason they stay there is just because there's like drug places in big cities.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is also kind of gross, but that's a story for another time. Actually, we already covered that story another time.
Yeah, we did.
Oh God, no, but yeah, hostile architecture, and what's funny is it's become such a problem that sometimes people will make modern art things and not realize it's hostile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's like it's to some degree they don't even try to hide it. Like it's to some degree like they don't care if anyone notices.
I'm listening in the group, the general. I'm listening in the general. Like look at this.
Yeah, what is that?
What
Yeah.
the hell?
That's supposed to be a fucking like just a grate, and then they make that so people can't sleep on it.
That's oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's so
Jeez.
bad.
That's kind of fucked. Holy shit.
Yeah.
And then there's a bunch of spikes and stuff under roads, so that way they can't sleep on
Yeah, like
bridges.
there's spikes and stuff under bridges, so like people can't like set up things there.
Yeah, and they have a bunch of stupid looking like benches.
Yeah, because under like overpasses and stuff, like on the ground, the people will set up tents. I just sent something into the general chat.
Yeah.
They'll do that so people can't set up tents there.
Wow.
Yeah, shit like that.
Oh my fucking
I gotta
god.
say, Animal, that picture with the spikes under the road, that just seems like a hazard in general.
It is, but they don't
It
care.
is. But you know what?
If they
It's
cared, they
stopping
wouldn't be
homeless
doing it,
from
would
being
they?
there,
Like,
True.
that's like how you make a car accident 10 times worse right there.
Mm-hmm.
What if your car landed on that after an accident? You got no chance. It's all over.
Mm-hmm. But of course, it's just like, I don't know. Why wouldn't we? You know, because like at least it's keeping the homeless people away,
Well, you know.
so they don't give a shit.
True.
God,
Yeah.
that is.
There's
I don't even
even,
know what to say about that. Like, oh my god.
It's
there's
screwed
even
up.
simple
Yeah.
things like this, like
Mhm.
like it looks fine until you realize it's designed to make sure no one can sleep on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's only worse with the modern ones because that's how you know they know what they're doing. They know what their purpose is, but they're trying to like, I don't know, like sugarcoat it almost.
because this has been
Yeah.
a problem for like years.
Yeah, and it's something that hasn't been getting any better either.
Yeah. It gets worse.
So, yeah.
I don't even know what to really say.
Oh wait, I found it. The fucking weird little slabs that you lean on. Hold on.
You found it?
Yeah, I found the weird fucking slab. I saw this in a documentary. Here, I'll send it in fucking general chat.
I guess
It's
for
this.
the audit-
You lean on it instead of sitting.
What?
How innovative! Look at how great that is. You see that? It's amazing.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Have
Yeah.
you seen the thing where they removed benches from train stations?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did that.
That's why? Just
Because
Wow.
because homeless
because
people
of
would try and rest on on benches in the. So instead of just adding more benches, they removed the benches.
That's
fuck,
screwed
no.
up, dude.
That's very fucked.
Yeah,
Oh,
and you know what's
my God.
great? There are those like benches that have like those armrests like in the middle, so like you can't lay on it. I've seen like something about how like some homeless people will like get like a wire cutter and like just start sawing away at like some of the railings to make it more open.
Yeah,
What
it's
the fuck?
sad.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. That's how desperate they get.
I don't know. I don't.
What's
Like,
good is that there is some architecture that's actually the opposite. Some that's like designed for homeless people. I'll send it to the general chat where it's like benches, but they pop up, so they have like a roof almost over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you can like sit under like the rain and actually like lay there. So it's good to know that like some people are actually like trying to make it better almost.
It's
But
like a wonder
Shit, I've seen
kid.
a lot of
then,
that,
no.
but that's been stuff like we have a bunch of benches here that just have like covers on top of them. Like the bench
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
have
like
the
the
cover. Like the
opposite.
cover is separate from the bench. It's like a roof
Look at
almost.
this. Look at the spit in the face this is.
I mean, there's ads
Yeah.
all over it, but still.
Like, for the people listening that can't see it, basically, there's a sculpture of a homeless man resting on a bench to block the bench from being able to be laid on.
Yeah.
God.
What
It's
the fuck?
it's
is
so like I don't want to say it's offensive, but it's
It's
just
offensive.
fucking.
It's offensive.
No, I think
I don't
offensive isn't a strong enough word. You know,
Depressive?
it's just fucking gross. It's
Yeah,
depressing.
it's just fucked. Yeah. No. Fuck.
Yeah.
Is oppressive the right word, or maybe not? I don't know.
Oppressive, yeah, oppressive is the right word.
Yeah, oppressive is a good word for it.
There, and it doesn't end at just like park benches.
Yeah,
But,
why
like,
are
it's like buildings too.
Why are people spending their time doing that when they could just be trying to solve, unemployment?
Yeah,
You know, it's cheaper to do this. Funny enough.
It's cheaper in the short run. Ironically, it's longer in the long.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's somehow more expensive,
It's
but
it's it's so saddening.
hmm
And not to
and
mention all the other
yeah,
stuff the homeless people have to deal with, like
yeah,
the natural stigma they have.
yeah. It is, and honestly, it's just like most of the time. Well, I don't want to say most of the time, but a lot of the time, it's not even their fault because, like, statistically, most homeless people like spent time in like the foster care system.
Or the
Have you guys read
military.
about that?
Or the military.
Uh, no,
Yeah.
I've not.
No, yeah. Apparently, a lot of homeless people are people who were spending a lot of time in the foster care system and then just never got adopted, which is
Yeah.
also in of itself is like the we also need to reform the like foster care system and stuff because there are a lot of like abusive foster parents and it's also does nothing but like
You just want money.
well no not even that it's just like it also like I don't know how to put it other than like it makes more kids do crime.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same reason,
Um,
it's the same reason like people who have nothing else nowhere else to go will just go to drugs.
yeah. Well, not even just go to drugs, but it's like they have to for their own well-being,
Yeah.
Which like they have to start selling it or like make some sort of money,
Because
Mm.
there's
which is
no other
really
way to
sad.
make money.
Yeah, exactly, cuz like they have less opportunities.
Yeah.
And like the average age of like foster youth is like 8.5 years old. So they learn it pretty fucking early on.
And the
I
saddest part
see.
is like if you're like over like I think what like 7, you're probably not gonna get adopted. No, over 10.
Yeah.
Let's say
Yeah.
over 10. Let's say over 10.
'Cause most of like people who are looking to adopt a kid, they're looking to adopt like a kid.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, they
Like a
like want
child.
like a child. Well,
yeah.
like one of every 5 people who like grow out of foster care will almost always be like homeless before they're 18.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm.
So it's like, yeah, like and only like less than half of them by the time they're like what 25 will have employment. They'll have like like income, and like the same percentage of those people will develop substance abuse,
Mm.
which is why it's also that stigma of like don't give the homeless person money. They're probably just gonna buy drugs with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah,
Well, the bad thing is, well, it's true most of the time, or sometimes, not most of the time, because I've done it before. I've given a homeless person like money to go get food and stuff, but when I passed by the same place he was earlier, right? Like 2 hours later, and
Mhm.
he had cigarettes.
Yeah.
yeah,
It is sad. That's why you should go buy it for him yourself. But then you
Yeah,
don't know
go
if
go get them the food.
Yeah.
yeah. And I think what else is degrading is those fucking art students who like handed them food were also like taking pictures of them
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then
One
just
doing
like
it for like
walk
clout and
away.
stuff.
Like what?
Doing it, yeah, for clout.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
yeah, I kind of hate people like that because it's
I
like
mean,
you're really doing it for content. Like, granted, like yeah, you're doing something nice,
Content,
but
yeah.
you're mainly like if you didn't have like this TikTok account or YouTube account, you wouldn't have done it. Like everyone knows, like
Yeah, it's always
Yeah.
art students too because like they think they're being like artsy or something, but it's just uh
yeah.
man's about to get hunted by the art students.
what are they gonna do? Half of them have carpal tunnel.
Yeah,
So we're gamers. We're gonna have carpal tunnel.
That's not true.
yeah,
Actually, that's true.
yeah.
Be fighting with
You know how much my
controllers and
wrists hurt?
paintbrushes.
It's a fist fight, but both fighters have arthritis. Oh my
That's what legs
god.
are for.
Funny.
Fight like a chicken.
Yeah. God, no,
That's
but
funny.
yeah, it's so. Oh, it's sad. It's sad to see it happen too.
No, it's definitely
Yeah.
sad, but like, at least some people try to help them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there are
yeah.
those who do that. And that's actually something a lot of people do here in Austin. Is some of them will do like community work. When I say that, I mean they'll like they'll buy like fuck tons of like cans of soup, and then they'll just like put it in some bags and like hand it to homeless people so they have something to eat, which is really nice. I have a few
Yeah.
teachers who I go to school with, or I have a few teachers who are in my school who do that. Like they do that sort of thing where like they'll make sure they have in their car they'll have like bags of soup cans and stuff, and then if they pass by a homeless person, they like just like hand it out.
Whoa, hold up.
Yo, your mic just had a glow up.
Yeah.
Yeah, your mic just went
Whoa.
amazing. I don't know what that was.
I don't know.
Holy crap.
But keep it
That
however it
Walmart
was.
to Best Buy real fast.
But anyway.
Yeah. Hold up on the fucking homeless shit. What the fuck happened to your
Yeah, what
mic?
happened to your mic?
Sorry,
Like, your
my
mic just
headphones died.
evolved.
Hold on. My earbuds just fucking died. My bad.
Telling me your basic mic is better than your earbuds?
No, I just can't fucking hear you guys, which is why I'm using my AirPods.
Oh.
Oh, these are your AirPods?
No, this is not. This is without.
What? Oh, okay. Wait, okay.
Yeah, the only reason I'm using AirPods is because I can't fucking hear you.
Mm.
I see.
Bro,
Yeah.
you get, there's one thing about homelessness that I think the stigma is really bad about it. Is what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's not wrong. Like a lot of them do buy drugs, and a lot of them, do end up in crime.
But some
At
of
the
them are
same
just.
time, if you
like-
help them, they wouldn't be in that situation.
Yeah.
It's a pretty vicious cycle.
Some of them are just victims of unfortunate circumstances.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's sad to see it happen. And it's also it's worse when you realize it happens at such an early age.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like, they've kind of just been like tossed aside by the people who are kind of supposed to love them unconditionally, and then this is what happens: is it just like devolves into like they commit crime, they eventually have to do like they get into like substance abuse and things like this, and then now they end up like sitting on a street corner with like a cardboard sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also feel like it's mainly a fault of our government. Because, like, what the fuck is the point of a government who's not going to take care of its citizens?
Well, capitalism for
I mean,
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, exactly. It's like they should be the ones who kind of make sure this stuff doesn't happen. If there's one thing I've learned from playing Stellaris is that homelessness fucks you. I
Yeah.
played it one time, and all I can tell you is that having unemployed people is not great.
This is factually
Yeah.
accurate, and I'm happy you understand.
God. Oh my god.
Alright.
Yeah.
Homeless people.
Yeah. And you know what sucks too? Is the dumbest fucking argument I've ever heard is well, why don't you get a job shit? It's so fucking
No one's
stupid.
gonna hire them if they find out they're.
Yeah, no, exactly. One, they're not going to get hired, and two, like, what are their means of getting to work? Are they going to be able to have good hygiene? Are they going to have clothes to wear? If they have some sort of like mental illness or physical disability, will their like employers take care of them for that? No.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. I saw a picture. I don't know if you guys remember it, but it was of like a homeless guy begging for money, and there was just a Walmart worker that had a sign that said, "We're hiring." Like, they're not gonna fucking hire that person.
Yeah.
Like, what's their benefit of doing that? They don't have one. And they can't afford to take care of making sure they get to work. They can't make sure that they have any sort of accommodations to like a mental illness or physical disability. So it's like the whole just get a job shit. Oh, where are they going to spend their night? How are they going to get to work? How are they going to have hygiene? Do they have clothes to wear? Like, no.
You wanna know what I
Yeah.
think the most sickening part is? The people who fake being homeless.
Oh my
To get
god, those
money.
are worse.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Fake being
no,
homeless
that
and start
is fucked up.
panhandling.
Yeah, it's so bad. I have these guys who sit around the corner, and they take turns. There's like 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And the other 2 sit in like a McDonald's in their car, just kind of watch, while the other one sits out at the corner and panhandles.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I've seen this one video of like this homeless dude, or the quote unquote homeless dude. This guy was like holding out the cardboard sign, and he was standing there for like hours, maybe, right? And then he goes into this alley, and he's like driving this like nice ass like car, like
Oh.
really nice.
Ew.
and it's oh
Yeah.
my god, it's so disgusting. It's so
Yeah.
fucking dumb.
I hate that. Yeah, no, that's fucking the worst, dude. Oh my god. But it's so dumb to make people, or it's so dumb to have that argument of like, just get a job. Because, like, you're going to get a minimum wage job on a place that probably won't even hire you. And you're not going to be able to make, like, like meets end, You're not going to be
Yeah,
able to do that sort of thing. And it's so stupid that people expect that's how that works. And it's a very, like, I don't want to say, like, I want to say their judgment's very clouded. And I also want to say that they're kind of naive for thinking it's just that easy when it's not. It's really not.
yeah,
And one else I've noticed is the people who say that shit are the ones who like choke on the dicks of millionaires, like the Elon Musk stands. I'm like,
Yeah.
y'all are pick-me's for a man y'all don't even know, and he's probably paying like jack shit for taxes. Like,
yeah.
what are you getting from like? Oh, it's like I don't want to say supporting a millionaire, but like defending him online. Like, ew, you're a neckbeard. Get a life.
I think the best part, or the worst
He wants
part
to
of
defend
it
himself. Let him.
is the only job they're able to get because they don't have an education, right? They're homeless.
Yeah, that too.
Is probably jobs that are probably going to be filled by the teenagers that are trying to get a job. So there's no,
Yeah.
so they have plenty of people that they need to hire that aren't homeless. So why would they hire the homeless guy out of all of them?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. God, and it's just so sad. And also, like, it's the people who assume that, like, not only that it's easy to just get a job, especially when you're homeless, it's the people who think becoming a millionaire is so fucking easy. Can I just say that? Because, like, the dumbest thing I've heard is, like, well, they have what it takes to grow their money. And I'm like, how the fuck do they get their money in the first place? They're rich-ass parents who have built their net worth over, like, a lot of time, just give their child money, then they can invest in that. It's like they already have a pretty fucking huge head start.
Yeah.
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 And of course, there
It's
are
like, you don't
some
have what
like
it takes.
most of
Yeah, I
them
don't have what it takes. I don't have
already in, like,
$1,000 in my back pocket at any given moment.
Most of them are already like upper middle class at least.
Yeah, upper middle class white people, and that's another thing is there are more like homeless black people because like obviously, oh my god, it's so dumb, and I never understand like what people see they're getting out of when they like defend like millionaires online, and like I don't know,
is he
like
paying
suck
you for
on
that?
Yeah, no, I honestly, like, you know what? If you're getting your bag, go for it. Like, just don't fucking fumble that bag, bitch. That's all I'm gonna say.
If
It's
you're
like,
getting paid, I
really
mean,
hope you're
feel
getting
free.
paid.
But if you're just
Yeah,
doing it for free, like, well, you can
I
spending your
hope
time
you're
doing
getting
better
paid.
things.
Right? Oh, and it's just, it's
Like
so
paying
dumb because
taxes.
they're just like, well, you don't have what it takes to fucking be a millionaire. I'm like, you do? Do you?
Of course, there are some like self-made billionaires who didn't have anything, but most of them are just people who had money beforehand.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
not people who had money beforehand. People whose parents had money beforehand.
Yeah, people's parents.
Because guess what? Their parents had money to afford a house, and then their house like built worth over time, and their money just grows.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of houses, let's talk about baby boomers.
Oh my god, yeah, that too.
What the fuck? What are
Okay,
baby boomers?
so you idiots who read picture books for a living, probably don't understand the how baby boomers absolutely obliterated the economy.
Oh my god.
What the fuck are baby boomers? I wanna know.
You don't know what a boomer is, Lukey? We use that term like on the daily.
No.
You don't? Okay. Well, baby boomers are like the super old people who kind of lived during the world wars.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that's why they're called
Yeah.
baby boomers. Is because they were around, the kaboom boom times. Well, actually, the word comes from the boom in the population that happened afterwards.
Yeah.
But that's not the point. The point being is that like because they like had such an early head start, they will make tons of money and then they will buy other houses and then rent those houses to make more money. And with that money, they just keep buying more property and making it impossible to own a home.
That's why houses are so expensive nowadays.
Yeah, it's because they made it impossible to buy one.
Yeah, and
And now, like,
it's why
it's
renting's
like,
so high as well.
Yeah, and now
Uh,
that's why there's gentrification, like fucking everywhere you go.
Hmm.
And you know what? That also adds into the architecture bit. Have you guys seen those disgusting plastic pop-up houses?
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones that are
what?
made of like cheap, shitty materials that take basically no materials whatsoever to put up, that break in 2 seconds, that people will just rent out, and then they like don't give a shit if like their tenants are like unhappy with how it is. Like it's ew.
Hmm.
Oh
What the
shit.
fuck?
Capitalism.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not only have like they ruined the housing market, but they've like thankfully they're getting kicked out of it, but like they're also kind of hoarding over the job market and they're holding their high positions of power and not wanting to retire because if they hold the positions like higher up, then they can't let young people get to it. But now they're being forced to retire, which is kind of good because now it's just like opening more jobs for people and we're kind of forcing old people into retirement, which is good.
We sort of talked
But, you
about
know,
that already in the whole thing where
Yeah.
the like
did we?
like the 93-year-old Supreme Court.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We talked about
Yeah,
that last episode.
yeah.
Hmm.
Wait,
Whack.
yeah, and it's also it's funny because also people who are naive about like just get a job is the baby boomers because like they think it's so easy to just get a job and own a home. And it's like yeah, that's because your job didn't have like it paid you like a decent minimum wage. Actually, correction, your minimum wage was the same as ours, except things were a lot cheaper then.
Did you guys know it was like yeah?
Like you
Isn't
could
the
move out
minimum
after
wage
high
like
school.
$7 below what it should be now?
Yes.
Really?
No, it's more than that, I think.
What is?
Depending on where you live. Because minimum wage is both like a federal and a state thing. Because like states can have their own different minimum wage. I think there's like a bare minimum, like for everyone, but you can like raise it or like keep it a different thing depending on where you live. Because I know Illinois' minimum wage was a lot higher than Texas's. So, but like the difference is like things in Chicago are like way more expensive than things in Texas. Things in Texas. So yeah, I just know that for certain.
Yeah, it's the minimum wage is way too low for how expensive everything is nowadays.
Yeah.
And that's just because of fucking Reagan, because he was the one who was just like, yeah, let's not increase the minimum wage with
Politics,
inflation.
politics, politics.
No, let's not get political. Let's not get fucking political here.
This is where we
Everything's already
post the plug.
political. If the world is crumbling, we can't have a normal conversation without us having to blame it on how fucked up our government is.
Yeah, but like we could. Fuck nah.
Gentrification is
Is
horrible.
a bit
And
over
what
political.
sucks too,
See,
have you
but
guys
the thing
been through
is,
those? Oh, no, what are you
no,
saying?
sorry, but no, finish up what you're gonna say.
I was gonna say, what's worse is that like those like pop up plastic fucking houses. I've seen those pop up in suburbs that have had houses that have been there for a really long time. So you just see a sudden like you see like older looking house, older looking house, older looking house, and then a sudden like split, and it's just like perfect plastic fucking lawn, a perfect driveway. Their house looks like fucking pristine on the outside. I'm just like that house is gonna wither away tomorrow. Like I can almost guarantee that. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh my
Oh
god.
god.
So stupid.
Something that trips me out a lot is like the neighborhoods with the exact same house for like a mile.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
because all of the houses are like fucking made by the same like format. So
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
just
there's a
copy and
house.
pasted.
There's a house. It's like a copy and paste mine. It's right down the street. So funny.
Yeah. Oh
That's
my god.
Looks
funny.
exactly like mine. Like everything looks the same.
hmm And that's
Just
another thing is
there's like
old
a
people are.
family that's like oh, sorry. There's like a
No,
family
no. What were you
that's
gonna say?
like
I was
exact.
interrupting you.
I was gonna say there's a family living in there that's exactly like RJ's.
That's how you know we're in a simulation.
That guy has a Series X too.
Yeah. Oh my god. No, but what's weirder is or what's worse to me to think about is that older people are like shocked by the fact that people who are still like what 25 are still living with their parents. It's because like yeah, they can't afford to move out. It's cheaper to live with your parents. And it's just
Yeah.
like, well, why don't you own a home by now? It's like because I can barely afford to own my studio apartment. Because like
Yeah.
whenever you get a paycheck, it's like on fucking fire by the time you get it. Because guess what? Bills and shit and food, and then you don't have any money nor any time for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
And
Yeah.
that's
It's really
just
shitty.
not only because of like the whole rich get richer and poor get poorer, but also just like minimum wage hasn't gone up with inflation. So if you have any money, it's like it's going into all your bills and shit and your insurance and fucking student loans, which is a different can of worms.
Have you guys seen that thing where it's like warning you against putting it into savings because inflation sometimes will overtake your savings
Yeah.
if you don't have like
Because
a good
like
enough savings.
you're sometimes people will like, get trapped in like banks that have like stupid like 0.3 interest rates. So if like inflation keeps going up, you're getting like 25 cents every 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. Oh my god. And it sucks too because like those same people who are working minimum wage jobs are the ones who like went to college and pulled out student loans and now they can't fucking pay those back because they don't make enough money because guess what? Their degree was fucking useless.
Yeah.
It's like now I'm working at a Starbucks. I can barely pay myself to live and I have to pay this fucking intuition or this like
Intuition.
tuition that I meant to pay forever ago.
Intuition?
Bro,
I
we're
said
playing
intuition.
D&D.
My bad.
We're playing D&D.
I hate you. I hate you.
Intuition check.
Yeah. Also, I think it's stupid to like rent out or like give a child that much money. Like, what were you thinking? You expect me to pay that back? I thought we were joking. What were you thinking giving like a 16-year-old, or not even a 16-year-old, like an 18-year-old, like fucking $20,000? That's on you.
I find it funny the ones that don't go to college and end up with a better job.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I find that fucking funny as well.
Yeah. Honestly, just go to community college. It's at this point like it's just college but cheaper.
College with
Like
less
it's
Yeah.
debt.
still education. At least you can do something with that college stuff without having to pull out like crazy amounts of loans and shit.
Degree is still probably worth the same.
Well, yeah, but at least you know you're not working the same job, but now you have to pay this fucking university like thousands of dollars.
Now you're actually making something.
Yeah, well, yeah. At least there's a possibility that if you do get a better job, you don't have to like pay these assholes back.
Yeah.
Not to mention, Biden was like, "We'll release your student loans," and then he never fucking did. Which fuck Biden for that, by the way.
Politics. Politics.
Stop! No, we're not getting into politics. You know what? We'll switch it up. We'll switch it up now. We'll switch up the topic. All right.
If you
All
want,
right.
we could switch up the topic if you want, but I don't know.
Yeah, we're switching up. The
We can
topic.
really milk this. We can really milk this topic as much as we can because honestly,
I don't.
it's
kill
so
the whole time.
infuriating.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
Don't want to? Okay, that's fine.
I don't. All right.
God.
All right. So, well, I hear that you have a bit of a scare, a bit of a phobia. Well, not phobia, but a bit of a you're scared. You have a fear of spiders. I think.
Shut the fuck up. We are not going to get into my arachnophobia.
I'm not
on
not yours, animal. I mean RJ's.
Well, not anymore.
Actually, yeah, no. Let's do RJ. Yeah, not me.
No, no. No, you can't do this to me.
Oh no.
I don't see you sacrificing a lot.
Don't.
Yeah, we have yet to hear more of your input.
Talking about this would be sacrificing a lot.
No. Tell us your phobias. Your
Yeah,
worst fears.
tell us your
All right.
your
Tell the live
scares you.
studio audience your greatest fears.
Yeah.
All right, my greatest fear.
You see, it all started with my dad in kindergarten.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Whoa there, dude.
He has to have
I'm
a dad for
kidding.
that.
So,
You just gotta calm down, bro. You just gotta
Did
calm
we
down.
already
Crazy.
do a segment on daddy issues, or
I don't
I
think
think we
so,
did,
but
right?
Maybe we
You
have.
guys should have done it with Iffy. Because it's still alive at least.
No. Wait, is it? We don't
Yeah.
know that for sure. He has a stepdad.
I mean, same
Yeah.
thing.
Doesn't that just make
I
more
wouldn't know.
daddy issues?
Maybe. I don't know. If he refuses to send me pictures of his stepdad, because I want to know if he's hot, but whatever.
I
Pretty
would
sure
refuse
Yeah.
so, I don't
I
know.
can understand why
Alright,
he's
well-
refusing. I'm just saying.
All right. Well, anyways, what are your guys' fears, Techno? animal?
I have a fear of everything.
I see.
I'm happy I don't have a fear of like the dark anymore. Like I don't have as big of a fear, but I still don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't. I used to, but now the only thing I'm scared of in the dark is like something on the fucking floor, and that I'm gonna trip. So that's as scared as I am about that nowadays.
Dang.
Oh
I
my
don't know.
god.
I think my fear is, I've talked to this about like to a lot of people. It's like the fear of being alone. I think it's called monophobia. I think that's what it's called.
I think it is something like that.
Yeah, something along those lines. It's like I just hate being alone.
Wait, being alone or being lonely?
I don't think there's really a difference. I mean, there is a difference, but
Like
I think
being alone, like being by yourself, or being lonely, as in like you don't have anyone else in your
Because you
life.
can be surrounded by people but still be lonely.
I guess both really both.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
like you could be yeah, like RG said, you could be surrounded and still be lonely. It's not like
Yeah.
like in theater, like I'm alone, like a lonely majority of the time. No one comes up to me, no one talks to me. I like it's just like that.
Yeah,
Aw.
because you're surrounded by people, but you know you don't know
Yeah,
them.
it's not that I don't know. Yeah, well, I guess yeah,
Well,
in the sense yeah.
you don't know them as well as you would like. I don't know any of your
As
friends. I guess.
Yeah, it's the thing because it's like because that's why I call animal majority of the time because it's like
Like, yeah, it'd be a different story of like Animal if he were there with you, because then you wouldn't be alone, right? You'd have something. You have like a
yeah
friend there.
I have someone that I at least like trust can talk to and everything. Unlike majority of the time where it's like I'm alone. Like I would say like majority of the time in school I spend my time alone. Sometimes with friends, but majority of the time alone.
What's
And
funny is that your fear is honestly very deeply like I don't want to say like connected. It's very deeply connected to your social anxiety.
yeah,
Because a lot
very
of people who have that also have like really bad social anxiety, which not to put you
yeah
on the spot, it's totally okay, and you shouldn't have to be like ashamed of that or anything. But
yeah.
people who
I,
usually have depression or social anxiety feel that way often. So
I guess that's why I'm also like, I don't know, very
a loner.
antisocial. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess as well.
I'm just
Uh,
socially inept.
very,
I know I can be social. I just don't do it because like I don't like care to like reach out to other people and stuff. Like I'm fine doing my own thing.
I'm kind
Like
of,
you come up to me, I guess we can be chill or whatever.
I'm kind
So
of
long as you don't like
yeah,
lead with something racist or something.
yeah. That was the whole like thing. Like that's how I kind of met one of my exes. Really, right? Like she like came up to me, started talking to me, and I didn't like. Obviously, last time we talked about how like I hate talking to people. How asshole till proven otherwise type shit.
Yeah.
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 So, like when she come up to me, it was the same thing, right? Because I thought she was gonna be the whole uh like talk to me because there's no one else to talk to, and then skedaddle. But no, she like genuinely we
Is
talked
this
a
when
lot.
you walked home?
Yes.
I'm
Oh
pretty
wait,
sure.
did you say one?
Don't wait. Let me finish. Right. So
Alright.
like this is like a genuine person. Like I actually started having a connection with, and I don't really have a lot of connection with many people other than like maybe you guys, right? And it's it like it generally kind of didn't make me feel like this person didn't make me feel like I was alone, right? Like it didn't make this person didn't make me feel like I was lonely or if I was, I generally like enjoyed like it like I don't know like I guess you could call it obsession where it's like because they were the only person I really had, I guess. So it was like
I got you.
I couldn't like every time I like thought of something like I would like think of them as well, and it kind of became more of a
Yeah.
I don't know how to put it, kind of more I don't know.
No, that's okay. I mean, that's not
Yeah.
something that's super easy to put into words, and I think I understand.
I'm,
I'm hoping our listeners at home definitely do, but
Yeah, no, like
no, I
yeah,
get
no.
that.
I'm definitely the opposite of Lukey. I prefer to be alone. It's
I don't yeah no yeah we're definitely opposite.
Wait, prefer to be alone or prefer to be lonely?
both.
At the same
I don't really
time.
feel lonely. I don't really feel lonely.
Val punching the air right now.
I don't feel lonely. I feel bored.
Oh, yeah. No, I get that.
Yeah,
I don't know
like,
what loneliness is, just boredom.
yeah. I can be
Yeah,
alone
no,
all day. I just want something to do.
I hate being alone. I hate being alone all day. Like I want someone to talk to. That's why I started calling Animal a lot recently.
Yeah, I feel like you shouldn't. I don't want you to feel lonely, and I just want to let you know that like I am always around. So if you do ever feel that way, you can call me. So
Yeah,
yeah. No, but I get that. Something else I've like kind of noticed is like those people who like will like date people and like they still like they feel lonely just because like they have nothing fucking in common with that person.
Yeah.
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 Oh my god, it's so annoying too. And I don't want to say it because everyone's gonna get mad. But I've only ever seen it in straight people.
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
god. I guess for
I feel
context for the
bad.
audience, Animal over here is gay.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
it's
Well, I've noticed it a lot, especially in media, of like those people who are like, you have to drop your hobby to pay attention to me. Or it's like you can't be around other people because I want you to pay attention to me. And it's like if you actually are going to get like this pressed about someone having a hobby or somebody like having friends, yeah, it's really gross. And it's like those like men who don't like that like women hang out with their female friends, or those girls who don't like it when men like play video games and stuff. It's just like, and especially the ones who are like, I'm gonna start ruining all of your shit if you don't pay attention to me. Because like, if you're really gonna get destructive over someone having a hobby, you deserve to be fucking single until you can learn how to A, be a good person, or C, find someone who has the same interests as you. Because like, why the fuck are you dating someone who doesn't have the same interests as you?
I feel like an offshoot of that is the people who like will date someone with like some sort of mental health issue, whether it be like depression, anxiety, or whatever, just because it makes them feel more important. Because that person will have a natural like need for that person after a while.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
It's like
predatory.
a
Yeah.
savior complex almost. Like I can fix him or something like that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I was gonna say.
It's like that, except they don't want to fix them. They just want the
Yeah,
attention.
yeah.
They like the attention of like, oh, my boyfriend has something wrong with him, but I'm fixing him, or something
But
like that, you know?
But he needs me, you know.
Yeah, no, I feel like that's kind of gross, and that goes both ways.
In reality, he's lived a life without you. He doesn't need you.
Well,
Yeah,
think
I don't
it's
know.
like, oh my god, I don't know how to.
Yeah. But
Oh, God.
another thing I've noticed is like I feel like, and again, it's the whole straight people thing, but like I feel like you should stop trying to date people just because you feel like you have to. I feel like you should know when you are okay with like being, I don't want to say alone, but like when you don't need to be so violently codependent that you get frustrated when someone else has a hobby.
Yeah.
Because like if you're gonna be that like codependent, get someone who understands you. Get someone who can relate to you. Someone who has the same interests. Because it's so annoying when I hear that type of shit where it's just like, I'm gonna destroy my brother's PS4 or I'm gonna destroy my girlfriend's makeup and stuff. It's just like, what's the point of that? If you're not gonna respect someone else, don't date anyone or just fucking date someone who understands you. Date someone who at least you're friends with, you know? And I feel like
there's gotta be a friendship there at least.
Yeah, no, and I feel like a part of that also stems from like the whole heteronormativity of like men only feel like they're useful if they can provide, or women can only feel useful if they're married and having kids. So it's like if that's the only way you can feel like fulfilled, I feel like maybe you should like, I don't know, go to therapy. But I don't know. I feel like it's destructive. It's self-destructive, and that was the topic I was gonna say is why are straight people their own worst enemy? Just because like why do you put yourself through that?
Yeah.
Because it's like I don't think you really, I don't know, connect with another person like that. If like that's all you want is to like, I don't want to say conform to like, actually no, yes, that is what I'm gonna say. I feel like you shouldn't have to conform to like the norms of like, I don't know, like relationships or like gender or sexuality or anything like that. Which is why a lot of like those guys end up hanging out with their friends more than their girlfriend. It's because like their friends understand them. They know who they are. They know what they like, and they know like they know that person well enough to like be friends with them. Which is why it's like something I feel like should be discussed more is how much stronger platonic relationships can be over romantic ones.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I
Because
feel
it's
like
just like these people understand you. They know you. They like you for you. They don't like you for any other reason. Not because they want to have sex with you, not because they feel like they need to be friends with you or need to like date you so they can feel fulfilled. They like you for you.
Well, to be
Yeah.
fair though,
Which
if
is
if that's how they want their relationship to be, that's how they would want their relationship to be. It just depends on the two
yeah,
of
but
them.
you
But
should
like,
have someone who agrees with that. You
well,
shouldn't
yeah,
like
yeah,
have that
definitely.
own mentality and, leave that other person to hang.
Yeah, it shouldn't just be
I
like one person's getting forced into something they don't want. That's just not a good
God,
relationship.
straight people just keep making
see,
gay people an accident.
see. I think I could like semi relate to that because with my ex, it's like I liked her for who she was, right? Like I
Mhm.
loved I had everything. I just literally the thought of her itself just made me happy, right?
Mhm.
And and I'm assuming she was the same way, right? Because like no, like we talked a lot. We like I'm gonna say I'm one ugly motherfucker. All right, like
No, you're
with
not.
like
You're adorable.
with
Shut the fuck
acne,
up.
with acne and all that. Like I'm an ugly ass motherfucker. So the fact that like she didn't like, and that's what I always thought. Like how you would get a girl. It's like good looks, great personality, and then all that, right? And I was like, I'm never gonna get a girl. And and with her, it was like, when I found out she liked me back, I was like, oh shit, okay. It's like she didn't like me for anything, and we had like majority of the time the same interest, right? Same, you know,
Mhm.
same interest, same stuff, same things we liked, and then I think like literally the only problem is it's like we kind of had to part ways, and which kind of sucks because a relationship like that didn't last a week, which kind of sucked really because it's like I fucking
Mhm.
because it wasn't even like it's not like I blame it majority like the aftermath. I blame what happened, but it's like it's so I blame myself anyways. It's so oh my god
Mhm.
I don't think it's
Yeah,
like
really
I
anyone's
don't think you
fault.
should have to feel like every relationship should have to work out. Because I mean, like, no, not every relationship is going to
well
work
yeah
out.
no obviously but it's I don't know it's still it's like mm,
I don't know.
I don't know how to
I
put
just think
because
maybe people should be friends with someone for at least a good while before you're like, okay, maybe we could try this out.
I think
Rather than
it's
just
just
being like, you're
yeah no
someone
we
who
were
I think
friends.
needs to fulfill me. So.
Yeah, no, like we were friends for a good while. Like, don't get me wrong. Like,
I just I just think it's more of a matter of you have to like like people will just in a relationship. There's always gonna be that thing. Right? It's like there's this whole superstition, right? Where if you're still together after 3 months, then you actually are able to have a relationship with them.
Mhm.
Because a lot of the time, you actually see the bad parts of a person after you start dating them.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah.
really, I would give it more of a month more than anything. That's
well,
just
you have
me.
to consider because the first month you're trying to make impressions and all that, and the second, you're starting
Yeah,
to get comfortable. Third, by then, you know each other,
yeah,
Yeah.
and your habits.
yeah,
But people will naturally have different goals in a relationship, and it just depends on what if those goals align or not, and how much they don't
Mhm.
align. Because
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
everything's manageable. It's just if is it manageable with your goals,
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, it's. Oh, I don't want to. No, fuck it for the podcast. Uh,
Yeah.
so like
Going all out.
tell you guys whatever. So we dating this girl. We ultimately we liked each other. We liked each other. All this that, and ultimately we had to break up, right? Because it's like it's not because it wasn't working out, right? It was because she kind of more, I guess, for her parents more, and she was scared that if they found out about us, that I don't know, something would happen to her, and so that's ultimately why we had to end it, which kind of sucks in my opinion, because like I don't think a lot of parents should dictate what their child should and should not do, but
Yeah. I think there. I don't think it should be completely full lack of control, though. If that makes any sense.
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
still your child, but it's also not entirely your fucking business, and your child has a right to their own privacy. So there's
And
that.
some
I feel
things
like what
obviously
they
you need to
should be
control.
concerned about is, so long as you guys are, being safe, not being like, I don't know, abusive to each other, and not also, having unsafe sex and
I
stuff,
think the difference is
Yeah.
advice, not control.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And well, that's
Uh,
actually a thing. Did you guys hear about that thing in Japan where they like people handed out a bunch of condoms to children because they expected children to not have sex, but you know what? They're people, they're hormonal, and they're teenagers, so it's like they might do it anyway. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
yeah.
so
yeah,
it's like if you can't physically stop them from doing it because the more you try to stop them, the more curious they'll be. So the best thing you can do is tell them of what can happen, the risks, the pros, the cons, and tell them how to be safe and make sure they are safe. Because I feel like that
yeah,
would make things a lot easier and a lot better. Because that's how we end up with less unwanted pregnancies, less abortions, and also have people not die for trying to get an unsafe abortion. Like those ones that like
yeah,
the like coat hanger ones. Because like those can sometimes be fatal. So it's just like if you know what's coming and you know the risks and you know what risk you're taking and how to be safe to avoid those, then you're fine. Like you're golden.
yeah.
Yeah.
Granted, I
Uh,
like there's a reason there's like an age of consent, but like sometimes that can't fucking stop you all the time. Because like there are
yeah,
way more minors who have sex than like most people know about. Because why? They like it's not their fucking business, and it's also because they're like overbearing and controlling.
A friend of
yeah.
mine's school
Uh,
had this like thing where they'd hand out condoms, and she showed me a picture of like she just got like 20 condoms, like and,
Damn.
for no reason. But it's better than like getting pregnant when you don't want to. Much better.
Yeah, yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
and, yeah.
So
So
I don't know.
you know, so I'm gonna continue on my little story, if you don't
Yeah,
mind.
no, go for it. By all means.
Yeah. So we broke up her because of her parents, right? It's not, we I kind of got a little mad about that. Not gonna lie, because it's like we both knew that, right? She even told me when I asked her out, was like, her parents were gonna be the main problem, right? Because she's
Mm-hmm.
not allowed to date, and I knew that, and I fucking knew that it was gonna be the reason why we break up, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
and ultimately, but we know it didn't matter at the time, right? Because it was just me and her. It was whatever until the day of the reckoning. She she was like, yeah, I want. She says this, right, which kind of pisses me off, but like I understand, right? Uh, where she says, I want to do this right, meaning when I'm this age of what my parents tell me, right? Like she's only allowed to date at this certain age, and so she tells me to wait because she's like a month younger than me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she tells me like when I'm this age, we can start dating, and she told me to wait, right? She just told me to wait, and that's
Mm-hmm.
what pissed me off because it's like, am I really gonna wait for? Am I really gonna wait for some like relationship that ultimately it's like someone might sweep her off her feet? Someone's gonna know we're not dating, sweep her off my feet, and then what? I'm just gonna sit there like a fucking idiot twiddling my thumbs. Like what the fuck?
Or yeah, that or they expect you to like I don't want to say they expect you to stay interested, but it's like if you're not dating, what I don't want to say you should have an incentive to stay engaged, like with that person. You know what I mean? But like,
Yeah,
I feel like at that point, it's just like, why that? Like, where if you're not even dating, like you don't even know if it's gonna work. So why are you holding yourself back like that?
yeah. That's why I got like ultimately so fucking pissed, man. It was like, or not. I wasn't too pissed, right? Because I understood, right? But it was like I was so mad, man. I was like, I
Yeah.
wanted to fucking put a bullet in my brain, ultimately.
Oh no.
You're so angry you're gonna
Well, not
hurt
not
yourself.
really, but
Like what?
not. Yeah, no, I didn't really want to put a bullet in my brain, but I just wanted it to fucking end, man.
Mm. Yeah, I
Fuck.
get that.
I don't know. I feel
Yeah,
like
no.
it goes sort of like I understand why, but it doesn't. It doesn't. It's not the right thing, to say.
Yeah.
To tell
don't
you to
know.
wait.
Yeah.
That's not the right thing
Yeah.
to say.
And no, at that point, like, why are you even leading him on like that? I don't want to say she was
Yeah.
leading you on. However, it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, like, yeah, that's why I'm like, I was saying, like, I'm not gonna get led on, bro. I'm not again, anyways. Like, it's not happening. Like, and it sucks, right? Because it's like, even now, I like, I do still have this feeling for her, but because we kind of ended off on a bad note, it's like, it gets so awkward, and it's like, I don't know, I don't know, oh my god, like, it's like,
Yeah.
fuck, I'm not gonna talk about my problems right now, but like, yeah, it gets annoying.
No, I understand that.
And oh my god,
Yeah.
I'm
RJ.
sorry, RJ. I'm really,
RJ.
like
RJ
you're
can't
here and I'm
relate.
talking about my problems.
Yeah, that was the reason why I didn't want to like bring this topic up. Is because I was like, I don't know how much prior experience RJ has to this sort of thing, and I don't know if he has any
0.
like valuable input.
Yeah,
You've never
sorry,
had a
my
girlfriend?
bad.
I mean, I do, but I'd rather not talk about it.
Oh no, by all means, if you
He just said he'd rather
don't feel
not. Now that he
comfortable,
doesn't.
if
Well,
you don't
no, no,
want
no.
to, you don't have to. But like,
It's not like I don't want to ramble on thing. It's a thing I really don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
To
oh
anybody.
okay, yeah, don't worry about that then.
RJ's my God. RJ's not the type of guy to worry about rambling. You see what he does all day?
That is true. He does ramble a lot.
I hate you so much. Alright.
To be fair, I ramble a lot as well, so don't take that personally.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's that, but a big issue I see is just like people who aren't actually friends with their partners, and I think it's sad.
Yeah, because at the base of a relationship, there needs to be a friendship.
Yeah, there needs to be a friendship, or at the very
obviously.
least, like a bond. You know, like I would only
Yeah.
date someone who I've laughed with, people who I've like cried with, people I've like been through. I don't want to say been through a lot, but like people who
Something.
know what I've been through, and people who like people I understand. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it's sad when it's like you see people. I don't want to say it, but like you know, when you see like straight couples like marry people they don't actually like, just because you know they feel like they should, because that's heteronormativity at its finest. But you know, it's sad to see that happen because I'm just like, stop doing that to yourself. And I'm like, why do people think they need to do that to themselves? Because
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee half of those people who do that, you'll find more fulfillment with people you understand and people who understand you more than that.
yeah,
And if you're literally only looking to have sex, make that very fucking clear at the start. Because if you're not doing that, you're one, like, either being led on, leading someone else on, and that's just incredibly unhealthy.
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah,
Definitely.
it's so nasty. Oh my god. Which is why it's like, for some reason, that, like, I don't know, if you want, like, your own hobbies and relationship, like, codependent relationships, like, that have to be spent, like, 24/7 are not really that healthy, I would say.
Yeah. You should have a life outside of each other.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and if you don't want a life outside of each other, that's also fine, because you know what? Nobody should have to limit how you have your relationship, so long as you're doing that together and so long as
Yeah.
you understand what each other like want and need out of this relationship, you know? So it's
yeah,
yeah.
I agree.
And it's so self-destructive, and that's a cycle that really needs to be broken, because you know that type of shit is like, I don't know, it's what gets people like divorces so often. It's because it's like, yeah, you spend a couple years and you're just like, wow, I'm really fucking unhappy with this, and I don't know why I did this in the first place, and then that's how they get divorces, and that's how they end up just being like sad and unhealthy. So sorry, I don't know.
Yeah,
And it's like kind of the pinnacle of how fucking gay people are born. Because like, you know the other person, they know your struggle, you know theirs, they understand you as a person.
and overall, you
So it's
just
like,
both get along really well.
That reminds me
Yeah,
of like
so
the extreme version of that is what is it? Demisexuals.
I think so.
The ones
is a
where
demisexual.
What is a
basically
demisexual?
they really can't see a relationship with anyone unless they have like an extreme bond with that person, and even then they They're like, yeah. It's basically just an extreme version of what we've already been talking about, where you need like a bond with a person.
Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely a thing. But,
so it's just you won't fuck till you have a really good connection.
You won't even like see them as like a partner
kind of.
until you have that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is something I've heard so many of those stories where it's just like they fucking realize they're gay because they like are upset about people. I've heard so many of those. What's funny? I knew this girl. She was bi. She told me, she was like, I had a best friend who we were like vaguely friends, and she was just like, we were kind of like, I don't want to say like fighting over this boy, but we knew we each had the crush on the same guy. And she was like, so we kind of had a long talk about it because we don't want to waste each other's time. At the very end, we were making out, and I was like, oh, that's a weird turn.
What?
I feel like that's kind of true though. Like I feel 90% of
that just happens.
90% of awakenings start from some sort of like frustration. I guess is the word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's that kind of conversation where it's like you realize you guys have so much more in common than you think. You guys know each other and how each other struggle.
Yeah.
So, it's just like they end up doing that because they know each other. And that's how like those stronger bonds are formed. So, I don't know. It's just it's how that happens. It somehow breeds more gay people, which is very weird because I don't know how they do that to themselves. Like that's not even on us. The gay people don't have an agenda. Oh my god. The gay agenda is just leaving straight people alone. Yeah, they just do it themselves. I don't know how. Oh my god.
Well, I think we should switch up the topic. Something that RJ can talk about.
RJ can relate to. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, RJ. I didn't mean to do that to you.
It's all good.
Well, what is this?
Also, one funny thing I just want to add, a funny little anecdote. Just a funny little anecdote about that previous one. I heard her describe this. She was bisexual, so she said, I like dick the way I like Thai food. It's okay every once in a while, but if I have it like 2 days in a row, I'm going to get upset. And I was like, you know what? That's so fucking valid. And I'm going to use that. So now whenever people I use that as like a reference. It's like, I like that in the same way I like Thai food.
That's funny. God. Oh my god. Anyways,
I'm writing that down. I'm writing that down.
Gotta keep that in mind for next time.
Anyways,
that's the best way I've heard that described, and I can't think of another way to put that better. So.
All right. Well, switching up the topic, RJ.
Hey, check me out real quick. What's your time?
Oh, on the stream?
Yeah, how long have you been recording?
Hour 13.
Hour 13? All right.
Still got 7 minutes before it's trash talk Armin time.
Yeah, we have 7 minutes before it's trash talk Armin time.
Wait, all right. RJ, we all see you as the sweat in the group. You know, you sweat your dick off every once in a while on video games.
Well, okay.
Seeing as my dick is still on my body, I would say I'm not that sweaty.
No, but it's pretty fucking nasty. So
I mean, sweaty.
You want to describe it? I don't know.
You've created. You're the reason. You're the reason man-made ponds exist.
Yeah. No. So, you sweat on I don't know about other games, but you do sweat on first-person shooters. You fucking or shooters in general.
Yeah, shooters in general.
We hear you. We hear your fucking controller. We hear your fucking breath, bro.
We hear all the clickety-clacketing of your controller just being absolutely destroyed by how hard your thumbs are hitting buttons.
That's very true, yeah.
See, I think the problem with RJ is he's gotten so used to being a tryhard that he doesn't realize he's being a tryhard. He'll pick characters that are intentionally super difficult. Like in Ferrari, he picks Shinobi. Just so you can
that's a character that's only now difficult. It wasn't that difficult before.
Yeah. Well, no, he was difficult before.
He was difficult before. He was difficult for different reasons.
Yeah.
I played Shinobi. Shinobi was my first character I ever bought, and
I mean, Shinobi is an impressive kind of difficult now. He's you can't fight him kind of difficult.
I'm not saying I'm saying difficult to play.
Oh, difficult to play.
Yeah, you pick
Really?
characters that have a naturally higher skill floor.
Yeah,
Give me one example. Give me 2 examples.
like okay, wait, okay, like
Jin.
Okay.
Then we
It's not
obviously
that
got
hard.
Shinobi.
yeah, no, like when
I
me
do the
playing
same
Shinobi
thing.
and For
I
Honor,
like cheese.
I could not play Shinobi and For Honor till Techno and like Sung taught me, right? Like they never played Shinobi. They never played Shinobi, and they taught me how to play him, and I still didn't know how to play him properly.
I don't know how to play this new Shinobi.
I
By
mean,
the
Lukey,
way.
if you want to hop back on front, I can teach you everything I know, bro.
This new
The
Shinobi
teacher.
is difficult.
I'll turn you into a weapon, my guy.
See,
I'll
the
tell you
big,
everything.
you're like you and Techno are so opposite because like you're both good at games, but it's just Techno's just naturally good. You fucking train, you fucking practice and train. You put
I
in work.
train, bro.
There's the opposite. Never
That's too
mind.
far. I don't train.
What?
I don't train.
No, they're the opposite. Like they're both good at games, but they're so opposite from each other. It's so dumb because like Techno would just be naturally good at games. Like games he's
This is
played
their
for the first
Sasuke
time.
and Naruto arc is all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, like
Nah. I'm not naturally good at games. I just
yeah, you are.
I just
bro.
practice when
That's
you
the
don't
thing.
realize it.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Sometimes you practice, but majority of the time, like first time you're ever playing a game, you'll fucking
Who's the
destroy
opposite?
everyone.
Kado was what's the first time RJ plays a game, he's usually really good, and Techno's the one who like tries.
Yeah, I catch
don't
on
know.
No,
pretty
I
quick.
don't. No, I don't see.
I think no,
like
no.
every time.
I think the thing is, RJ and me have different like growth rates. RJ, once he catches something, he just skyrockets. Like
Yeah, like once he catches on, he fucking goes god.
To be fair, RJ also one tricks like crazy, and you do the opposite.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just try and play everything. I can't play one thing. It's impossible for me.
Understandable, honestly.
See, I'm the middle ground between the two of you, which is why I'm so violently mediocre. I'm not great, but
Like in every game I play, I have to play every character. Or like majority of the characters. I can't not do that.
I feel the same way. It's just I just get bored of playing the same character very easily.
Yeah, me, I just try to have fun, and maybe that's why I suck so much.
Like even in
That's why I'm
Stellaris, a game
You're
where you
not
can't,
that bad.
even
You know that, right?
Hey, you're not that bad, Lukey.
even
Yeah, I'm
like
not.
Stellaris, my guy, I make a new empire every time. I can't say the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, understandable.
I
yeah,
get
no.
bored very easily of the just repetition, so I like doing something new.
I think like with Techno, like I would play every character, but like that's if if it's fun really. Because if you guys like if someone tells me like, oh, this is like not as fun or it's not as good, then I'm not gonna like really pick it or play it.
Yeah.
Well, guys.
I mean,
Okay, how long-
but like Techno and Stellaris, it's like I would make a new empire sometimes, but then sometimes it's because like if like Techno makes like 70 different games, bro, 70 different worlds or whatever, and it's like I like
Well,
and
that's
it
'cause
doesn't
no
make
one
me
ever wants to
play
finish
so many
the
other
world
games.
with me. You guys play it once and it's like, oh, I don't want to play anymore. So then I have to play with a different group of people.
I'm down to play, bro. Like you can ask me, I'm down to play.
Okay, yes,
money.
Lukey, you are, but that's why you keep experience the thing where I make different worlds, because no one else is.
I'm just gonna say one thing. I like the early game because I like the building and stuff, but then it gets really complicated and then I get scared.
It's not any more complicated than it is early. You just do the same thing, and then it just scales up.
I just get scared. I liked naming my guys. I thought they all had dumb names and I had fun with that.
Slorp.
You leave Schlorp alone. They were so good at money. I mean,
I should have done a crime empire and just forced you to deal with crime the whole game.
no. No.
Like, yeah, no.
criminal.
Anyways, Techno, what's the time? RJ asked for the time. I'm pretty sure.
What's the time?
1:19. We got
So we have
30 seconds.
30 seconds. Okay, Armin's a little shitter. I hate that guy. Like a
Wait,
burning passion.
no, we don't
No,
start now.
we have
don't
30
start now.
Oh, we don't
seconds
start now.
until the timer.
Oh, 30 seconds until?
Yeah.
Okay, well, for that 30 seconds,
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say is
axes are pretty shit, huh?
I'm very mediocre at video games. Not great and horrible, but very middle ground.
I guess I'm like you guys said. I'm I don't think I'm decent in video games, but I guess I am. I don't
You
know.
need to stop being so self-deprecating.
You're better than
Well,
Armin and Civic. No, never mind.
No,
Armin's
I
really
hate to-
weird with video games.
Really, really weird.
Yeah.
He's like when it comes to video games and his skill level, it's like it depends on what he's feeling like that day. That's it.
Like the guy can be a god some days. Like literally, it's
Like,
terrifying. But then other
Hey,
days, he's
hey, we're talking shit about Armin. We're not praising him. This podcast, we talk shit and only shit.
Oh, you're
like,
right,
it's-
you're
Don't praise the man.
It's purely based upon his like emotional state at the time that he's playing.
I swear, when he wakes up, if he eats something different, it impacts how he plays for the rest of the fucking day.
right. Oh,
His
by the way,
cereal,
time,
he absolutely
time.
destroys
Let's talk about
us. He-
Mortal
Well,
Kombat.
for Armin, I think it just depends on the game. Like, because he's not very good in like games like Rocket League or Rainbow, right? But like, I don't know. But like on Halo and all that, he's like fucking insane.
he's good at shooters, just not realistic
Not-
ones like
not-
Rainbow.
Not many shooters.
He's good at a
If
few.
you look at all the games he's good at, most of them are shooters.
Either
Yeah,
really
yeah.
good or really fucking bad, and there's no in between. So inconsistent.
I either play really good or really mid every game I play.
All right. Anyways, we only got 10 minutes. Talk shit about
10
Armin.
minutes.
Yeah,
Him, dude, he's so fucking inconsistent.
yeah.
Yeah,
honestly.
no, definitely.
God,
Definitely.
fucking hate him. RJ, you have more experience than we do. Why don't you lead this part of the segment?
Yeah.
All right, so
What's
it's all
your
fun and
biggest
games
complaint?
until Armin pops into the party one day and he tells you to buy him something. He says, "Oh, I'm gonna use it so much," and then he
He never does. He's such a
They
fucking
never-
liar.
Then he doesn't use it for the next 6 months.
Can we talk about that time Armin said, "Oh, I'm gonna invite that guy," and then RJ was like, "Yeah, don't do that," and then he invited him.
Oh yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that.
Like,
I mean, it ended up being a good decision, but like last time that
any
guy was
less
in
of
the
a
party.
dick move.
Yeah.
Like, man's a dick.
Like I don't have a
Armin-
problem with the guy he was inviting. It's just last time we played with him was like as a group. He got mad and left.
Bro, Armin can't shut the fuck up when we tell him to.
Bro,
Like,
last
really bad at
night
listening.
was so annoying. Oh
Yeah,
my
Just randomly,
God.
you're minding your business. He randomly goes like,
Hey RJ, you smell like shit. I hate you.
and I'm just like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah, like him and Civic wouldn't shut the fuck up. Like,
I swear to
Like,
God. they're so
I was
annoying.
like, I was gonna rip my hair out, bro. Like, I was gonna, ooh.
I
mean-
didn't. I was so mad.
Sometimes they can be pretty funny, I'll admit that. But most of the time it's just like so fucking annoying.
It's because Civic's provoking him. That's why. It's only funny because Civic's just making him mad on purpose.
I hate them both. That's all I'm gonna say. I hate them
Swear to
both.
God.
I've always. I mean,
You're not
Civic's
even funny.
I've always
It's
hated
like,
Armin.
we're not laughing with them, we're laughing at them.
Yeah.
Whenever they actually are
yeah,
funny.
yeah, we
It's because
usually
they're
are.
being stupid. Like what Civic and Armin were doing in that last game of Fortnite Among Us last night.
You know what I found so funny last night? That
What?
one game where I let Lukey win.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
Pissed
I
him
was like-
off.
yeah,
Almost
he got
rage quit.
angry at that. He got angry
Yeah,
at the fact. Like,
Yeah, he's-
I
got fucking-
out of all people, I didn't expect Armin to get angry at that.
Yeah, you'd think like me or Iffy would, but no, Armin was the one who got pissed.
Yeah, I thought like Iffy or you would. I was like, why Armin getting angry at me?
yeah, like.
I was just vehemently
we're just
defending
having
Animal till I
fun.
realized.
Can motherfuckers not have fun?
Yeah, I was like, I thought RJ was pretty serious for a while, and then he realized what was happening.
No, he
Then I
was
stopped
serious.
giving a shit.
RJ was serious at the beginning because he just came back. He went AFK.
Yeah. I put my lawyer's glasses on.
Until he realized that we were just fucking around, and he's
Once
like, oh, okay,
Animal
well,
got voted, you realized what happened.
yeah.
Laughing because I was
Right?
with him that whole time, and then you said he just killed in front of us. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, no.
We were
Fuck
dancing in a closet together, which is
I
not a
definitely could
metaphor
have
for
made a
anything,
better
but
alibi.
I was
And
dancing
then-
in the closet. You were dancing in front of a TV.
I
oh
definitely.
yeah, the TV.
Yeah, no, I definitely could have made a better alibi if I wanted to, but I didn't want to.
Yeah.
Damn man, well they really dragged you out of the closet just to kill you.
I mean,
What's wrong with you guys?
Wow!
man, I'm sorry. I just didn't want you to go back in the closet. You know.
I know.
Wow. Like,
See, the thing is I try to like not talking about the game last night, but just in general, I try to avoid Armin a lot because like he always bugs me to play Terraria with him, right?
Every time.
Oh
He
my
always
god,
joins. He's like,
Armin is so annoying on Terraria. Like,
like
he's
it's
the
a bit
whole reason
I,
I stopped playing Terraria, and I never got
if he
back
gets
into it.
bored enough, he'll just go whip out his like level 3,000 character
it's
and kill the shit
okay.
out of everybody.
Like I played with them, right? But that's because like I know he would only be the only person who would actually play Terraria with me, right? When we beat the game originally, right? But I don't want to play it with him because he's gonna just rush everything. I'm just trying to have
Yeah,
fun.
I would love to play Terraria, but he rushes everything, and then literally, like the day one, he already knew how to do everything.
Doesn't teach us anything.
Yeah, and he doesn't tell you how to do anything. He doesn't teach you the game. He does something. It's like he expects you to know it, and then he's like, "Bro, what are you doing?"
It's like think about it like this. Like when
You know what's
the new
funny?
Netflix
That-
show comes out.
I never got that. I never got that with Terraria. Almost all of you did that to me with Ark. I never fucking knew what I was doing at any point.
That's why I never played
Yeah.
Ark. I never played Ark. I don't
Yeah,
play
I
Ark.
hate Ark.
I fucking hate playing Ark.
And you know the best part? Armin was one of the two people that started Ark as well. Like,
Yeah.
it was Armin and Civic that started it, and then
Civic.
Lukey and Iffy joined in.
Then I joined in too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
never
fun
knew
for a
it.
while. I'll admit, it just got really boring really fast.
it's because then everyone just started grinding that shitty game. Like everyone was like now trying to. Everyone made it a competition, which
It
was so
doesn't-
stupid.
It doesn't help that the most common type of games we play are competitive games.
Yeah.
That's true. I would like to play
Yeah.
more like feel good fun games, but there aren't that many that we can all do aside from like what Minecraft or some shit.
Minecraft. I mean, we could do Terraria.
But even
right?
then,
I would love
we
to do
make
Terraria with you, Lukey.
we make it competitive. We end up always making it some sort of fucking competition.
Yeah.
Me and Lukey always like this last round. Me and Lukey decided, hey, we're not gonna rush the game. We're gonna take our time. We're gonna chill out, right? And then there's you and Armin who just decided to do everything in 3 days.
Yeah.
Like if we don't do something
There's
else,
no
though.
winning.
No, that wasn't me. That was Yeti.
Oh yeah, that was Yeti. Don't invite
That was
Yeti.
Yeti. That wasn't me. If he took his time,
think
I just
would've
wanted
told
to
you
have
not to
people
invite
who
Yeti, but you guys did it anyway.
I just stopped playing the game and started
No,
wandering.
I wasn't mad about Yeti too much. I was annoyed because it was Civic's fault.
Man,
mostly.
I don't remember. I was gonna say something about Armin. I was gonna make an analogy about him. Oh yeah, so imagine like a new TV show comes out, right? And you want to watch it, right? Like, and let's say all the episodes dropped at one time, and you would like space it out, right? Enjoy it, watch it. Yeah, Armin's type of guy to binge it and skip through like half the content to see what happens to one character.
Yeah. And then
Yeah,
tell you.
yeah.
And then tell you.
And then
I was
he will
saying-
tell you.
Spoil it.
That's Armin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
God.
Like they
Yeah,
made me
no.
stayed home and finished the Halo Infinite campaign one day.
Yeah, that's why I like when I was playing the Halo Infinite campaign, I was trying to avoid Armin because I did not want that shit spoiled.
And then
To be
Armin,
fair,
and then
I
Armin,
never finished
Armin would
it,
try to
also
rush
because
you all. Armin would be like, "Bro, hurry up!"
Yeah, bro, that game is like kind of long because it's open world now.
And it's good.
It's
You
good.
know what sucks though? If Armin ever played Cyberpunk, he wouldn't do any of the
Side
side
quests.
quests. There's so many side quests. There's so much to explore. And
It's like-
I rushed the game, and then I kind of hated that I did that because I didn't really have that much fun. So I went back and I did a bunch of the side quests because almost all of them are really unique. But
Yeah.
he would fucking rush through the story, which honestly is not that fun because there's so many mechanics in the game that you can use, and you barely have to use any of them. Which
Yeah.
I also blame that on Project CD Red for that. But also,
Mhm. Yeah.
even
No,
in conclusion, fuck Armin.
Screw
sorry,
Armin.
say-
And then there's Armin and his league account.
Wait,
I'm gonna delete his league account.
I want him to give you, me, and Iffy full access to that league account.
I want my money back. That's what
I
I
want it to be just to be our whole groups. It's just a Smurf.
No, Lukey, he begged me, Iffy, and Armin, Animal to get him skins. Sorry, Animal.
He begged
He
me too. I
begged
just
us. He, like-
wasn't dumb.
He like Techno was there. He spent 2 whole days pestering.
yeah, I was there when he was bugging Techno for one of them. He was like Techno, can you buy me this skin? Can you buy me a Warwick skin? And I was like, he really begging right now.
Yeah,
I
and then I was the
really-
one who got him the skin.
Techno
He's
said
really
no
begging.
because Techno's a smart guy. You know,
He's
and then
really-
he came to me. And
He's begging. He's begging for a game that he talks shit about
all the time.
all the
He's
time.
begging.
Oh,
I'm never gonna let that go. He was
yeah, no.
begging. He was like
What's
proper
funny
like
is even
begging.
after all of that shit, after we already
Still
were
hasn't
pissed
paid
at
us
him
back.
because he spent money, he kept begging for skins on League, the game he doesn't fucking play.
And still hasn't paid us back.
Still hasn't paid us back. That's true. What's our time?
You act like he is.
Techno's
Yeah.
not here.
No.
We're gonna ramble too much, and we're gonna end up losing content for the next streams.
Whatever, it's Charmin. You can say the same thing again and again. Just make it
Yeah,
sound
that's-
different.
That's true.
True.
Just talk
Anyway.
about whatever happened that day. He always finds a way to piss you off. But yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no,
talk
Swear to God, like his league account should belong to me, Lukey. Me, Lukey. I can't do names. Me, Animal, Nippy. It should belong to me, Animal,
Yeah.
Nippy.
All right,
'Cause
hey,
we-
Techno, oh, sorry.
Yeah, Techno, how much
finish
time is
up
there?
I was gonna say
we can
finish up
stop
what
now.
you said, but all right. Well, thanks everyone for listening. Who's ever here? This was RJ. Thank you, RJ, for coming in.
Yeah.
Hopefully, next week we get another friend of ours by the name of Lilac. If she's down, yeah. If not, then I think it's just gonna be us three again. So,
If she's not, call her out.
Give me
Yeah.
back those daddy issues.
We'll leave you her Twitter so you can send her DMs to fucking join.
yeah. Anyways, thank you, RJ, for coming to the podcast.
We
really
appreciated having you. Thank you so much for coming on.
And listen
Yeah,
to
thank you for
Brandon.
having me.
Yeah, no problem. And I guess that's the end.